Yo, what is going on, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome back to a brand new Locals feature match. Here we are in round one, the first round of Locals in the new format. And we have Dinos on the left versus Shaddoll, like trap tier, like control tier. A lot of traps in the deck, like Paleozoic stuff. A lot of the tier limit traps, things like Torrential. Stuff like that. So it's more of a control mid-range tier as opposed to the combo tier that we've seen pre-list and that we continue to see post-list, because banning snow apparently was the way to stop it, right? Anyways, we also have Dino on the left here, the one and only Big Killer Jeff, the Dino Dad himself. We haven't seen this deck nor this player on the channel in a while, so thought this would make a pretty decent feature match. And yeah, so we're going to see my man Partho here on the right, former DDD player, DDD extraordinaire. Go ahead and start off with Instant Fusion. They always have it, right? The one of. Doesn't feel like a one of sometimes. But we're going to see him get into a nice little casual mill 8 there, hitting a Shaddoll Beast, allowing him to get a free draw, and also allow him to hit a couple names there, to fusion twice into Kikalos and for Winda. Really strong opening thus far. We're going to see him go ahead and activate a reinforcement of the army afterwards to go ahead and search out a copy of Rhino Heart. Don't believe a normal summon has been committed yet, but looks like we're just see him play it conservative here, set 3 cards and pass turn. Now, Dino is a deck that typically doesn't need more than one special summon to get the job done, because the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is such a very powerful standalone card that is usually, I could say they usually get it out on the field without more than one special summon. I think that's typically the case, although they would need something in rotation, maybe like a hand trap in the graveyard to help resolve the double evolution pill, but he does not have that here. It kind of reminds me back in the day when Shaddoll's first came out, how people were really looking towards Mermail as a very good counter to Shaddoll. And I don't know why I'm randomly thinking about this, just getting a little nostalgic for Duelist Alliance format. Very near and dear place to my heart, thinking about all those memories back then and playing in that format. But people really look to Mermail as being the deck to answer Shaddoll's, because, Abyss Megalo said hello to Winda. Coming out at 2400 is just a very easy one special summon to deal with it. And then you also have things like Infantry and Marksman picking apart the rest of their board, while Megalo got rid of the problem. Kind of see a similar overlap here in this particular matchup, with Dino having very easy access to UCT to out Winda, but it's not just Winda. We have Winda backed up by a few trap cards and tier limit cards, which are just insane on their own. So we're going to see a Oviraptor, and then that's going to get followed up with a copy of Miscellaneousaurus, still one of the most broken cards in the deck. Like, it's always a format, like, and just to speak to Miscellaneousaurus, like, there's always a format where, like, dinos are just completely falling off. And I feel like we're at that point, right, where, like, Dino is just not it. And the only way it will be it is if Miss comes back to 3. But then I feel like once Miss comes back to 3, the deck is just so absolutely, like, it's, like, because Miscellaneous is such an... I don't want to say it's unfair, but it kind of really is. It really promotes a lot of, uninteractive gameplay, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why I'm going on a rant about Miscellaneousaurus. We have far greater problems at hand, but Miscellaneousaurus at 1, I feel like feels like a good thing for a while, just because of how many copies the deck can play still, even with it at 1, with Fossil Digs and Oviraptor being at 3 still. They still have great access to the card without it actually being at 3 itself. So we're going to see him get into a Animadorned Archosaur. It's going to get him access to a double evolution pill. We're going to see Forbidden Droplet. That's going to take care of the window. We're going to see Visa Starfrost now, destroying the Animadorned. And it's going to summon itself out as a level 6 tuner with paired with that Oviraptor. We could have seen a Baron play. But we will see a Meta Noise. Meta Noise is going to go ahead and book the Visa Starfrost, dumping Havness. That'll trigger Havness to go ahead and fusion summon, putting back Winda, and the Havness to go for another Winda, using 2 different artworks of Winda there to help to sort of, prove to the opponent that he is playing more than one copy, because that would be the only way that you would be able to do that. You can't put back a window, then summon the same window you put back. Although you think you would, but, you know, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! You can't. So a window has been outed, but yet a window remains. So we still have to deal with this. But now that, you know, Dino's gotten a little set up, UCT is in hand. There's your one special summon, banishing Miscellaneousaurus and Animadorned Archosaur. Although, I could have swore the Miscellaneousaurus was banished to summon the Animadorned. Unless it somehow got back in the graveyard. I could be missing things. I'm not entirely sure. But UCT is here. And, well, I would say this is going to be a bit of a problem for Tearlaments, but not so much with having a copy of Salic in the back line. And as he enters the battle phase, because, you know, Miscellaneousaurus is in effect, we're going to see him use the Salic, sending off the Merly to negate the UCT, that allow him to fusion summon with the Merly, going for a copy of Kaleido Heart, since he used the Rhino Heart as fusion material, and two other names. Go ahead and summon it, and then on summon, Kaleido Heart effect will trigger to shuffle back the UCT, and all while just using that one special summon of his own there, under his own window. And now at this point, we're going to see a very nice control game from Tier, with just Salic, Kaleido Heart, and window. Going to be pretty hard to crack, especially in a very simplified game state like this. We'll just see him go to the battle phase. Kaleido Heart is going to get over the Oviraptor. Window gets over the defense position via Starfrost. And yeah, this is a kind of like a pretty gnarly loop to be stuck in. Salic plus Kaleido Heart, and with window being on field. Good luck getting this window off the field when you have to worry about a constant negate available and a constant spin. From the Kaleido Heart. There is a double evolution pill. Normally would be a godsend of a card right now to have in this particular point, but we do again have Salic, Kaleido Heart with window on field. There's your one special summon. Time to go ahead and negate it and shuffle it back in the process. So it looks like we will see him use it. And yep, Salic, send off the Kaleido Heart. Kaleido Heart effect to go ahead and special summon itself, send a Tier, and it'll negate, obviously, the UCT being negated, and then since the Kaleido Heart was special summoned, he can go ahead and shuffle a card back. It's going to get rid of the UCT, and another Salic is hitting the grave off of the Kaleido Heart to add another copy of Rhino Heart, rather. And then we're going to see Dino set a card and pass turn. We had 6,800 life points now. With one back row to deal with, we'll see him go ahead and normal summon that Kaleido Heart, or Rhino Heart rather, and it'll use the effect to go ahead and dump a Merly, chain link one Merly, chain link two Kaleido Heart, since a Aqua was sent to the graveyard. We'll go ahead and shuffle back the back row, and then perform a fusion summon here, using the Kaleido Heart and the Merly, going for Kikalos. That would be enough for game there, 22, 23, and 3,000. Yeah, being just over 7,000. Now we're going to do a game 2. We're going to see Dino go first. Also, shout out to Imperium Duelist, guys. They just dropped a brand new playmat, Millennium Volume 5, on their new King's Robe 3 material. I gotta say, I am a fan of it over their previous fabric materials. In my personally, I don't think it's that much different. All I know is I like it better. I like it better. It's smoother. It feels more higher quality, more durable, and I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of it for that reason. And they also did come out with brand new colors for their Imperium Pegasus sleeves, pink and sort of like a sky blue. I've been rocking the pink ones on my Rikas and Avalon deck, which if you guys have seen the new episode of Saturday Night Locals, you see me rocking those sleeves and the new mat. And if you want to pick any of that stuff up, check out Imperium Duelist, and don't forget to use my discount code WinterKills10 off at checkout to save 10% off your order and support the channel in the process. So getting back to the game here, we will see Dino start things off with the Animadorned and the Oviraptor. Sort of standard Dino plays, you know, popping a baby, summoning a Dino. We're going to see him link into a Linkuriboh as we try to establish a non-Dino into the graveyard to be able to use for a double evolution build. I also see a copy of Summon Limit in hand, which could be really, really good or really, really bad depending on how Tier opened. Now, again, this is a very control-y type version of tier. It's not super combo tier with dangers and stuff. So if it was like a combo tier version, I would say the summon limit could absolutely go in. But odds are his opponent might just be setting multiple cards into that summon limit, making it pretty useless. But we will see him get Visa Starfrost on board again. Low-key Dino support here. Going for Baron to Floor. And then activating double evolution pill to go ahead and banish Visa Starfrost and the Giant Rex from the graveyard to go ahead and special summon most likely UCT from the deck. What would be cool to see Dino get though is like another pill target that isn't UCT and that isn't Quatless. Imagine if they gave Dino an Omni Negate that they could summon off a pill. That'd be interesting. That would be something. That would be something. I don't know if that's what they need, but that would be something. Yeah, we're going to see him go ahead and hard summon another UCT. So ending on double UCT, Baron, set, summon limit. Normally, this would really just seem like an FTK, especially against a deck like Sprite. Sprite, I feel like, has no way to beat a board like this without some, you know, non-engine cards they're going to either have mained or in their post side. Like, you need Evenly Dark Ruler right now, and then even at that point, the summon limit is still going to kind of go in. We will see Foolish Burial, though, for tier. Dumping Havness to go ahead and perform a fusion summon using Havness and Destrudo to go for a copy of Mud Dragon of the Swamp. 2 Darks, one being an Aqua, one being a Dragon. And then we're going to see him just like, yeah, as I had aforementioned, setting 3 with Mud Dragon on board into that summon limit, not really doing a whole lot. The opponent didn't even summon twice. And we'll see how far this is going to get them, staring down double UCT Baron to Floor. Kind of a lot going for our Dino player here, although he pretty much exhausted his entire hand to get at the board and just now getting into a new card for their draw for turn. And now it would be pretty easy to say that you could just go Baron effect, pop the Mud Dragon, right? But Mud Dragon has inherent targeting protection right now, so that's kind of off the table. Although you could UCT book it, but then you either have to have a card in hand to destroy or you get rid of one of your own UCTs. And then even at that point, it's probably still not game. But we will see a Dynamiscus here, which importantly does not actually discard for cost. I believe targeting is cost for Dynamiscus. Players discussing some things currently. We will see him discard Called by the Grave to go ahead and banish Baron. And for some reason, that Baron is not negating the Dynamiscus. We'll just see him go to battle phase, attack, and send the Mud Dragon, swing for 35. Putting his opponent down to 35, so close from being able to go for that Gustav play in main phase 2 to burn. We're going to see him activate Solic, chain Dynamiscus, to summon it back on the summon, Torrential Tribute to clear the board. Kind of set both players here at an equal pace. And our tier player also top decking at this point. And we're going to see him top deck probably one of the best things he could have possibly asked for, which is a copy of Planet. We'll see him use Planet to go and search out Murley. Murley effect to go ahead and mill 3. That's going to get hit with Imperm. It's crazy how Murley is literally just Card Trooper in 2022 rather. And then we're going to see him swing in for 13, since I believe Murley is at 800, 1300 under Planet. And now we're going to see our Dino player draw for turn. And it looks like he top decked into a third UCT, banishing UCT and something else from Grave. Be able to summon it out. Looks like on summon, we're going to see him use the effect of Solic. Go ahead and negate the UCT to go ahead and perform a fusion summon. Go for Dragostapelia. Trigger Planet to go ahead and pop UCT just like that. Finessing the summon limit right now. Finessing these huge dinos. All UCTs are out of the deck at this point. I don't know what win con this deck really has, but at this point, we're going to see tier, normal summon 2022 Card Trooper, milling 3, hitting Havness and Sharon. And this might just absolutely spell disaster. We'll see him use at least one of those names to go for Kikalos, Chain Link 1 Kikalos, Chain Link 2 Field Spell. Summon them will get destroyed. And then we're going to see Kikalos add a copy of Meta Noise. And then we're going to see him go for Battle Phase, and that is going to be for game with that 500 attack boost from Planet. And yeah, we're going to see Tier take it 2-0 rather swiftly. Dino getting swept under the rug. But yeah, last but not least, huge shout out goes to our Divine Level channel members who are Pony Start, Cadillacs84, Justin Lamb, HC8 Cyber, and Mango. Thank you guys so much as always for extremely kind and generous support of this channel.